What type of dog is this?
This is a tortoise.
Is this a cat in a hat?
No, it's a tortoise in a shell.
He's rude, crude, and occasionally nude. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 cringiest Sasha Baron Cohen moments.
Head, shoulders, not the toes, not the toes.
Fire!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we've looked at the British comedian's weirdest, wackiest, most controversial, and downright hard to watch escapades.
No, agreement not necessary.
Number 10, breaking the bread with Republicans. Who is America? With the political tensions in America reaching a staggering high, only someone like Sasha would have the testicular fortitude to antagonize everyone from the far right to the far left. In this particular segment from his new show, he adopts the persona of a gender studies professor to meet Republican delegates in their family home.
My son, Harvey Milk, is not allowed to urinate standing up.
Despite the pleads from Mrs. Thompson, her husband is barely able to hold back his judgment throughout the segment, with talk of encouraging his daughter to free bleed on the American flag, to dealing with a heartbreaking romance between his wife and a dolphin.
I found it very difficult being cuckolded by Darwin.
Number 9, interviewing a feminist. The Ali G Show. As Ali G, Baron Cohen regularly breaches topical issues in controversial ways. But this interview with the feminist author Naomi Wolf sees the comic character let loose.
Do you think that women should have equal rights in the workplace?
Yeah, do you?
Well, ain't there the problem that if they start getting them there, then they're going to start asking for them at home?
Whether it's the offensive questions, misogynistic opinions, or simply his uncouth demeanor, Ali G represents everything Wolf is against.
Women like me,
For will.
have to sell sex in order to
For will.
eat, in order to look after their children, and there's
But
nothing sadder.
if you did, you would make loads.
She's left bewildered and visibly shocked by almost everything he says. And though we all know it's a wind-up, the conversation gets increasingly and excruciatingly awkward to watch.
I ain't calling her a bitch, I was calling her my bitch.
bitch, I'm sorry, okay.
Number 8, dropping in on Eminem. MTV Movie Awards. Sasha usually has something up his sleeve when it comes to award shows, but he truly outdid himself at the MTV Movie Awards in 2009.
My Kugelsack! My Kugelsack!
Entering the auditorium on a wire and in character as the title star of his latest movie Brüno, the stunt soon took a turn for the worse, with Eminem getting a faceful.
Eminem, nice to meet you!
Are you serious?
The rapper later claimed to be in on the gag, but going by the reactions of everyone else, the rest of the crowd certainly were not.
Hey, don't touch me, guys! I've already got a boyfriend! Hey guys, let's continue this in my hotel room!
Number 7, Rodeo Anthem, Borat. Duping feminists and rap stars is one thing, but Baron Cohen stepped up his game for this famous Borat scene by taking on a rowdy crowd of more than 4,000 rodeo-loving Americans.
Can I say first, we support your war of terror?
After declaring his support for the war on terror, the Kazakh character seems to get the spectators on his side, but then he ups the ante until he almost incites a riot by rehashing the national anthem.
Kazakhstan is the greatest country in the world. All other countries are run by little girls.
It's easily one of Baron Cohen's most infamous moments, with the incident even making the local news.
All other countries is the home of the gays.
Number 6, Cage Fight Love, Brüno. From almost causing a riot to actually causing one.
Let him in.
We're with Brüno again at the finale of his film, and the flamboyant character reunites with his boyfriend for a scene filled with passion and intimacy. Unfortunately for them, they're surrounded by nearly 2,000 locals who had turned up ready for a red-blooded cage fight. Baron Cohen and his co-star were quickly pelted with beer cups and broken ringside chairs as onlooking macho men were brought to tears. It makes for a funny story though.
The footage went everywhere, and Brüno became uber-famous!
Number 5. Modern art. Who is America?
Yeah. How long were you incarcerated?
No, not that long, about 21 years, so...
Back again with his latest series, as we're introduced to yet another of his characters, Rick Sherman, an ex-con with a passion for creating art out of his own bodily waste. Here he meets an art consultant to pitch his new works to, even bringing samples and horrifying tales.
He loved it. He tried to stab me because he said, "What, you done this with your shit?"
The segment is already hard to watch before Rick is hit with inspiration and comes back with a new piece. But the true cringe-inducing moment is when he manages to convince said consultant to supply him with a strand of her pubic hair to add to his collection. The lengths people will go to for art, eh?
Well, however many you're comfortable with, I feel embarrassed to even ask.
I offered, you didn't ask.
Number 4. The Elephant. The Brothers Grimsby. Sasha doesn't have to be meddling in mockumentaries to create outrageous moments, and this scene for Grimsby is one you won't forget in a hurry.
You're gonna follow me and you're gonna do exactly what your big brother says. Hurry! Come on!
Baron Cohen plays Nobby Butcher, the football hooligan older brother to Mark Strong's MI6 agent, Sebastian. Here the pair are trying to outrun some gunmen, so Nobby finds an unconventional place to hide.
Oh god, this is disgusting.
But although the bad guys lose their trail, the brothers have another big problem on their hands. It's graphic, relentless, and Mark Strong must be wondering if Hollywood's all it's cracked up to be.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Number 3. Award show shocker. Britannia Awards. As we've seen, Baron Cohen has history with award show stunts, and this is an acceptance speech unlike any other.
Please welcome this year's honoree for the Charlie Chaplin Britannia Award for Excellence in Comedy, Sasha Baron Cohen.
On stage to receive the 2013 Charlie Chaplin Britannia Award for Excellence in Comedy, the presentation supposedly involves an 87-year-old actor who starred with Chaplin as a kid.
But this is Charlie's actual cake from City Lights. This is for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
But the special guest is soon at the center of apparent tragedy when Sasha slips and kills her. The whole thing's a prank, of course, but he had his going for a second there. Number 2. Interviewing a terrorist. Brüno.
Ich would become famous by getting kidnapped.
Sasha's made a career out of pushing the boundaries for comedy, but this Brüno interview seemed to seriously overstep the mark. The scene sees Brüno talk with a supposed member of a dangerous terrorist group, but the man has no such links.
Can I give you guys a word of advice? Lose the beards, because your King Osama looks like a kind of dirty wizard or a homeless Santa.
With Sasha maintaining the facade for the promo trail as well, the outraged interviewee reportedly received death threats and eventually filed a lawsuit against Baron Cohen for defamation of character. A settlement was agreed in 2012.
Get out. Get out now.
Number 1. Naked Hotel Wrestling. Borat. It's probably Sasha's most memorable scene, and easily his cringiest. And nothing shows the all-out insanity of Borat better than this moment. Enraged when his producer pleasures himself over pictures of Pamela Anderson, the crazed Kazakh launches a no-holds-barred naked attack. And the full-on fight can't be contained to just one hotel room, as the action moves from the corridors to the foyer, and to a conference room packed with bewildered onlookers. Little did they know they were watching classic comedy in the making.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.